And we're back from last week. A little different day because I know Kev and Mel went to go see that movie.
Yeah, we're just late by a day, but we still saw the show. So
Honestly, I think this episode it's kind of picking up a little bit for me. I think I was correct about they didn't really try to bring too much. The whole immigrant thing is still going on. I mean, but I guess that's going to be throughout the whole season.
yeah, I think they're still gonna say, somewhat politically driven, but this episode gives you. I think, in my opinion, I think this episode is going to give you a better, this episode gave a better understanding of the fact that Sarah Paulson's character is no longer, look, you can tell that she's no longer hallucinating. I mean, yeah, she might have been hallucinating a few things, but there is starting to become real.
Yeah, what's interesting now is that character of Evan Peters, Kai Anderson, I believe his name is, for what, a seat or something, or like in the
I think he's trying to run for city council.
Because if you notice in the last episode, the reason that seat's open is because they killed that Chinese guy who was. So I think he was behind that.
Isn't that Chinese guy cousins of you?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, here's my theory about the new neighbors. I think the new neighbors are part of the cult. Oh, yeah. I think they are. I think they're way too cold to be nice. I mean, who the hell moves into a house just like the next day after a murder took place? I think they committed the murder. I think they were part of the murder scene.
They might have been.
So, and we personally think that Evan Peters might be the head.
Oh yeah, he could.
He might be the leader.
I think so too. It just seems that way, to be honest.
And that what seems kind of weird too is the moving truck looks just like the same as the clown truck.
Yes.
And that's another thing that people, if you haven't seen the episode, you go back and watch. Just watch it closely. They have the moving truck, and at the end you see the clown truck again. I will say this though, Allie certainly didn't vote for Pedro, did she?
Oh yeah.
Well,
or Pedro.
The voting part of it is just the fact that now I think this episode in particular stemmed around the clown aspect and the fears and all that kind of stuff, and I'm starting to think that the nanny is also a part of it.
What's also interesting though is we discussed this while off air that the nanny's actually Carrie Fisher's daughter in real life.
Yes.
Yeah, who knew? Who thought it?
In fact, I mean, you wouldn't notice her face. I mean, you wouldn't notice the resemblance because of the makeup and stuff. But if you see her face closely,
she wears a lot of it.
Yeah, I didn't understand the whole, I mean, so what, the guy who was against the whole Pedro thing at the restaurant, he was like, oh, I want him fired and stuff, and then apparently he dies, and then they want to blame it on him and question him, and then later on in the last, it's that was mind-boggling because she thought everybody was coming after her and stuff.
Here's a mind here's a mindfuck for you guys. What if toward the end of this episode, Sarah Paulson's the one that's been doing all the killing?
Yeah. That would be crazy.
I mean, maybe she's gotten all this stuff in her head, but maybe she's the one that's... Because think about it, she's not taking her medication. She is seeing things that nobody else is.
Well, no, that's not true.
But the kid does.
The kid does.
I think the nanny doesn't want her to take it, maybe because it makes her react a different way towards people. So maybe she is killing these, because remember how she was saying to her, she was the one who killed that guy?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe she did. I mean, you never know. I mean, they said, oh, well, you didn't really kill him. Maybe she did. You never know.
I just think that Evan Peters is the leader of the cult. He is drawing more followers. Because in the next episode, it looks like the blonde across the eerie blonde across the street who just moved in, who doesn't give a shit that the Changs were just murdered in their house, is actually doing the whole pinky swear thing with him in the next episode.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, okay, so this must be a thing where it's creating a pact. So I think it's all going to come together that Evan Peters is the leader of the actual cult. And that this isn't, I don't think this is, I'm starting to believe this really isn't a hallucination now. And, but,
I think,
but they're only showing up, they're only showing up when her wife isn't around. To make it seem like she's going crazy. When she's really not.
That is a possibility, yeah.
I think the doctor could be behind it too.
The psychiatrist?
Psychiatrist, yeah.
It's possible. That we haven't seen much of him yet, so I can't really formulate an opinion on that. But it's
like the people across the street, though. They're like the weirdest. To me, oh, if we didn't get married till we're like 35, we'll marry each other. But that guy's like gay.
But the guy's gay, yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's like, how do you? So why would he? So he wanted to get married to another guy, or did he just want to get married to a girl, and she wanted to get married? I guess.
According to that particular scene, I guess because he wasn't in a relationship at the time, that they decided that they were just going to get married, even though he's gay.
Let him fool around for one night only, and then.
Me and Kev actually said that he predicted that they might actually be swingers. But yeah. I'm thinking, I mean, that's possible too. But at the same time, I don't know. I just know that the neighbors are very. They're off. They're definitely off. They're not normal neighbors.
So my whole thing is, we saw the ending. And we know what she did. She opened the door and she shot Pedro.
Yep, I predicted that was going to happen. I was like, Kev, you watch.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen.
She's going crazy. She's going crazy right now. Knowing that there's things.
I think the next episode they'll say. You think there's a possibility, like maybe later on in the series, like they'll lock her up in a mental institution or something because of all the stuff she's going crazy for?
Yep. I think.
I don't know if it's going to happen, but if it does, it'll happen soon.
It would be interesting if they lock her up in the asylum from the second one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that will probably be like. If there
Imagine if they brought back Sister Jude, they brought back Jessica Lange as Sister Jude. Imagine that. I mean, I doubt that's going to happen, but imagine how crazy that'd be.
Well, Jessica Lange did say she was open to a cameo, so that
could be a small cameo.
Maybe.
But from what I hear, the next episode, Kathy Bates directs. So.
Oh, the next episode, Kathy Bates directed.
Yeah, she's directing at least two. She's directing at least 2 or 3 episodes of American Horror Story this year. She's not going to be in them, but she's directing them.
Yeah. I forgot that one actress, the one who played Maura in the first season, isn't she supposed to be in this too?
Oh, the younger girl, right?
Oh, the older one.
She's actually. Do you remember the show? The Bates Motel show?
Yeah.
Okay, the woman, that's her sister.
Oh, wow.
The one that played Norma Bates, that's her sister. I actually had to look that up. I didn't even know that until they did an interview with her about it at one point. I'm like, wow. So same way we just found out that that's Carrie Fisher's daughter on the show.
If you guys go back, you remember when the guy comes over there, tells her to lock up, hands her that candle, and he says that candle was powerful as fuck. Did you notice that when that thing came in there, it knew how to take the candle out?
Yeah.
That clown came in there, like he knew how to get rid of the candle. It was like,
oh yeah, that was crazy.
He said that candle's supposed to be strong.
That scene where the kid was like saying something, and then did you see? I thought it was funny when the clown says you're dreaming, and then he went back to sleep.
I
Okay, good night.
think the nanny wanted to get freaky with Andy.
With
Allie.
Allie. Yeah.
That's what it seemed like. Yeah.
Either that or she just really wants to get her relaxed and make her not think that something's really wrong when there really is something wrong.
Yeah.
Imagine like somewhere in between the episodes she has like an affair with her.
That's what they're probably going to try
I
to
think
do.
that's where they're leaning towards.
I think they're going to try to find a way to break up Ivy and Allie.
Yeah. I think
And
so.
it just, and you know, and I'm just going to throw this out there. It just so happens that this Allie is crazy, and we have a friend that's named Allie that's crazy. So, in a sense of the word, it
No. Ours is a lot. This is the real life world compared to the fiction world that we see on TV. So anyway,
You know what scene was epic though in the whole episode? The scene where Sarah Paulson is like, "Can I come in?"
yeah,
Like one of the best actings in the whole episode by him. She's like, "Aren't you the guy who threw that coffee at us?"
no. Well, I was having a bad day. Have you ever done anything
I have
else?
to admit, Evan Peters is a phenomenal actor, no doubt. I mean, he just knows how to keep you on your toes.
If you take Evan Peters out of American History, that's a huge piece you're missing.
Oh yeah, if you take away Evan Peters from American Horror Story, yeah, that's
Yeah, he's been in there. He's been in every season.
Yeah, yes.
But I'll tell you this, I think Evan Peters, and this could, I mean, like, and I know he does X-Men stuff, but I know he does stuff with the X-Men, but I think he would make a great Joker.
He would. I think one of these seasons of American Horror Story, whether 8 or 9, I think he needs to be the star of it. He deserves it for almost all the work he puts in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my opinion, though. Sarah Paulson or Kathy Bates or someone starring.
Well, they said Angela Bassett's supposed to be in this, so we'll see we'll see if she comes in later on. Mostly she comes in like mid-seasons anyways.
There's supposed to be 11 episodes, so we got 9 more to go.
I'm not counting down.
No, I'm going to enjoy it when that happens next week. I think it's starting to pick up, to be honest. I mean, that's my opinion. I think this one's way better than the last one.
Yeah, I agree.
But I will say though, as much as I don't like them doing the political stuff, you got to give Ryan Murphy credit. He can be a genius when he wants to be.
I think he's kind of going the direction everybody else wants to go. I guess he figures, well, if everyone else is going to do it that way, I guess we got to do it. But I think next American Horror Story is not going to be political. I'll tell you that.
I think he did the first episode.
It's going to be a way different plot and everything. So
I think he did the first episode for a shock value.
A shock value and to throw us off, and I think that's what it was. I mean, I think he did it like, okay,
because not once was Hillary or Donald Trump.
Well, Trump was mentioned once.
Shown.
Oh, okay.
On that episode.
Other than the intro.
Yeah.
But that's the intro.
I think that's just gonna be every single week.
Why don't you just admit, Matt Ogden, that was you under the Trump mask?
That was. Yeah, they paid me.
Wow.
And I think that was what was that? Stephen Rose underneath the Hillary mask?
Oh.
No, I think it was Nick Fargo. Just joking, Nick Fargo.
You guys are fucked up.
Just joking, Nick.
Wow. You sure about that?
I don't know.
Are you really?
He might have a Bernie Sanders costume.
A Bernie Sanders costume? Jeez.
They should have had a Bernie Sanders mask, and Nick Fargo would be wearing it.
I think he really was. You know what? I think all those times that Nick Fargo took a step back, he wasn't in school. I think he was really wearing a mask. The real Bernie Sanders was dead, but he dressed up as Bernie Sanders and tried to run for president.
Wow.
Yeah, but I definitely think this was the best. So far this was the best episode. If say for example they decided that they were going to pull the plug tomorrow, this was the best episode of the two.
I think it's going to get better.
Oh, I
be
know.
honest.
I can
I
tell
don't-
it's going to get better too.
I mean, in my opinion, though, I don't think it's going to be up there with the top ones like Asylum and Murder House, but I think it's going to be, like I said, I think it'll be better than the season 6 one. So
You know what would be kind of cool?
Nobody likes season 6.
You know what? You know what would be kind of cool is if they were living inside the murder house. Now.
oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
But have a connection.
well, yeah. I mean, little pieces from each season would be nice.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, they said season 4 was supposed to connect with one of them.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they said
In
season
season
2.
7, but
I think they said season 2 and 4 are supposed to connect.
What I'm kind of hoping for, though, is that they get a. I mean, this is one thing I absolutely love about American Horror Story. This is one thing that got me into the show in the first place. They need a little bit more graphic scenes,
oh yeah,
like blood and gut. They need more blood.
If she loves
well,
Hotel
when
because
they show the
Well, it must be
previous
just because of the sex stuff. What's that?
There was supposed. I said when they showed like after first episode of American Horror Story, they showed like gore and stuff. How it's gonna be?
Yeah.
But
And I'm just saying they need to increase that more. If it's just that's what American Horror Story is really all about. It's all about, you know, blood, sex, all that kind of shit. It's just that's what it is. You know, blood, sex, and gore.
yeah, I
And
agree.
you know, I mean the first season, you know, obviously was very, very sexually explicit, obviously.
As much as I like season 2 the most, I would have to say season 1 had the most of that though.
Yep. That's what I liked about it.
the Rubber Man.
And the Rubber Man, oh yeah.
I think the Rubber Man was Michael Rand, for real. But you know,
Wow.
Poor guy and his poor BDSM bullshit. Anyway.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with BDSM porn.
Nope, there's nothing wrong.
As long as you do it in your spare time.
Yeah, and, you know, sit there and brag about, oh, hey, good
Don't be going on showing like, oh, look at me, I got BDSM porn here in my house.
Hey, we know one guy that would. You would get your shits in the world if you knew.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah,
So Kev,
okay.
What do you rate this episode, Kev?
I rate this one. I'm actually gonna rate this one a 7.5, maybe an 8.
So basically, like a little bit better than last episode.
Yeah.
But you gave it a 7.5 for last. You gave it a 7.5 for the first episode.
Okay, well I'll give it an 8.
Okay, so you say it's a little bit better.
A little better. It's starting to pick
Okay,
up.
what about you now?
I'm gonna give it a 7.
Yeah, I would probably say like a 7.5, like what Kev said.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it an 8, but I'll say 7.5. But I think next episode will show us where the direction
Let's hope.
is going to go.
Let's hope. Let's definitely hope.
You know,
It's good. This was a really good episode. I was definitely impressed with, you know.
Yeah.
I just the one thing is that the one thing I don't like is if you're able to predict, if you can already tell, you can predict pretty much what happens. That's the only part that sucks about it. Like I can pretty much predict that Pedro's gonna get shot.
If you don't expect if you expect the unexpected, that's more interesting. But when you know what's going to happen, it's like, well, that took all the fun out of it.
you know
Yeah, I mean, not just, you know, I wasn't trying to bring on anybody's parade, but I could already tell that something was going to happen to Pedro.
You
I just knew it.
They should have thrown us a curveball. They should have had like a clown that was in the house or something, and then like Pedro's out there and she shot one of them, and then like leave it like with a cliffhanger to next episode or something.
Right.
Well, actually, you know, here's would have been a good cliffhanger. We see Ivy telling Pedro, go take this over there, and then when she shoots, it's not Pedro that's at the door, it's Ivy.
That would be cool.
That would have been
But they didn't do that.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why I'm like, come on. I mean, don't make this too predictable.
Yeah, you don't want to make it too predictable.
I mean, because if you make it too
better than last episode, but they could have done a little bit better with the ending.
Yes. Because the ending you already knew. Hey, look what's gonna happen. She's gonna open the doors and meet Pedro. She's gonna shoot him. So.
I'll tell you what, that their kid is going to be traumatized throughout the season.
Yeah, I know. I feel bad for Oz, man. Between the babysitter from hell
It's
and
like,
two moms that, like, one of them is just batshit crazy and the other one that's, like, never really home because she's trying to, you know, earn a living and everything. I mean, I feel bad for the kid.
I thought that was kind of messed up though when he was like, "I'm still scared," and then he's like, "Can we still do the pinky swear?" And she's like, "No, why? Why do we need to do it still?" It's
Yeah,
like,
she's,
oh,
like I said, she's the nanny from hell.
And
yeah,
then,
she is.
and then she was using that sponge somewhere in the show.
No. Well, you see, the last episode, she was actually encouraging the kid to watch that shit on, you know, the internet. She's like, you need to learn this stuff. You need to know this stuff. You need to watch this stuff and see it.
And then in the next episode, she's like, "Well, you can't be afraid. Give me all your fear. You won't be afraid." It's like, well, you expect him to be like pretty much emotionless or something.
Exactly.
You know what I would have been like this?
I think they're using him as a tool or something towards the mom.
I guarantee you, if I would have been, if that would have been someone we know as a kid, they would have been like, "I'll give you my fear if you show me your boobs."
Wow. But it wasn't that kind of a scene, though. I mean, this girl's messed up. She's clearly part of something. She knows things.
Especially when she talks about anal, blood, and poop. I mean, yeah.
No, that was Evan Peters.
Still a little fucked.
That was Evan Peters. So anyway, yeah, it was a great episode tonight or last night. My bad.
Yeah, the ending could have been better, but what can you do? I guess that's what the way they decide to write it. So.
By the way, for you American Horror Story fans, if you're just now watching the season the first time ever, go, if you have Netflix or even if you have the internet, go back and watch.
That's the one thing about this franchise that I actually like, is the fact that you can watch any one of the seasons, and
except for 6.
As much as they tie into one another, you don't get lost in it. You don't get lost. Like, you know, if you start, like, say for example, you want to watch season 4, or you want to watch season 2, it's all different stuff. You know, it's not
season where they show you how it all connects. That's the thing.
What's that?
That's the one season where they say there's going to be like some kind of connection with all of them or something.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's going to be the last season. Whenever they decide to end the series, I think that's when it's going to all tie in together. But that's the one thing I love about American Horror Story. Each season's different.
Yeah, at this rate, it seems like they're going to be it's going to be a while before they're done.
Oh yeah, I mean, no doubt. I'm just saying each season's different. So anybody that has never seen the franchise doesn't have to worry about missing anything specific, because you're not missing anything specific, because it's always different each time.
Right.
And that's what I like about it.
That is the review. But before we go, I know I wanted to do this last week, but I forgot. But this week, I'm going to ask you guys both, and then I'm going to say what I think is like my top picks. But if you could rate all the episodes, for all the seasons from best to worst,
ooh,
how would you?
I can do it. I'll go first because I know she's thinking. From best to worst.
In your opinion.
Number 1, season 1. Season 2, 3, 5, 4, and 6. Right now.
Okay. Mine would be season 1, 3, 5, 2, and then 6.
What about 4?
Oh, 4, shit.
4 would be 4, 6.
So 1,
1, 3.
1. Actually, no. Yeah, 1, 3, 4, 2, and then
5.
5. Oh, I'm thinking, right? And then 5 and then 6. Yeah.
Okay. All right. My turn. All right. I thought 2 was the best. 1, 3, 5, 4, and 6. That's my rating. Hopefully 7. I know 7's gonna be better, so I'll probably put 7 before 6. So I just think 6 was just a travesty. It's like you did all this. You didn't really have an American Horror Story vibe to it.
Season 6 was like Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. It just didn't belong.
I can see what they were trying to do. They're trying to make it a little bit different. My whole thing is when they do the whole connection thing, how's that going to connect to everything?
I don't know.
Well, I guess we'll find out soon enough. Eventually. Maybe not. Yep. Maybe never. You never know. I mean, they may never. Eventually, they always say all good things come to an end, but
eventually,
you know, it's not going to be anytime soon because this is a very popular show.
I agree. I think
they did lose a lot of viewers though on season 6. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Because season 6 was a really big downfall for them, but they'll bounce back with this season. I mean, they said the same thing about The Walking Dead, so I mean, they'll bounce back.
I guess they had to have one bad season.
Yeah, you had to have one shitty season out of all of them. So
I think the reason why people watch season 5 because they wanted to see Gaga do some.
Well, I mean, it wasn't just Gaga. It was the whole hotel was just fantastically done.
Yeah. They kind of had to fill that piece, though, the missing piece. So they put Gog in for Jessica Lange because that was.
Hotel kind of reminded me of a lighter version of season 1. I mean, it was still. Yeah.
Jessica Lange would have hit it out of the park though if she would have been in season 5.
If it's just stayed with the franchise, this would have been awesome.
Yeah, she just wanted to do her own thing though.
Oh, I know. She wanted to go back to Broadway, and that's fine.
Oh, she is a perfect bitch.
Yeah, she is. She's a great bitch.
I think Sister Jude's her best character, though.
Oh, no doubt. Mm-hmm. But I really liked her in season 1, though. Really liked her, especially when she was like, the caretaker of that, like young girl with, I forgot what was wrong with her, but yeah.
I think she was a good bitch in season 3.
Season 3.
Yeah, with the witches.
Season 4, she kind of showed her nice side, in my opinion.
Yeah.
She kind of showed her what?
Nice side.
Yeah.
A little bit. She was kind of being a bitch, but at the same time, though, she was kind of being neutral.
I don't know. But at least the one remaining constant it has pretty much been Evan Peters.
Yeah, you take him out, you're pretty much screwed.
Yeah, I mean, Sarah Paulson, too. I mean, Sarah Paulson's been in a lot of the seasons as well.
I think she's been in all of the seasons, too.
Yeah.
Because she was actually in the season 1, wasn't she like the one who talks to the dead?
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen the first one, but yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, she was.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't like a main star, though, but she was in
No, she wasn't. Not at that time, no.
I think she was just the only one who was like a main star that was in all of them, though.
In season 2, she played a reporter, and in season 3, she was the daughter of Jessica.
Wow, how do you remember all this stuff? I have to go back and watch this shit, man.
And then in season 4, she played the two-head.
Yeah, God. Oh, yeah, that was the, what was it? The, shit.
The freak show.
The freak show, yeah.
And then in season 5, she played that dead hooker.
Yeah.
They kept messing with the cop. So.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and then in season 6, she was like pretty much bit about everything. Like she played that. What was it? She was an actress in that documentary they were shooting.
Yeah.
Kind of brought back her reporter, one of her reporter thing, I think it was.
I think so. But anyway.
And now we got season 7 where she plays this crazy bitch who sees clowns.
Or maybe she's not as crazy as everyone thinks she is.
Luke Bothers said, "What in the same hell?" Luke Bothers, have you ever seen American Horror Story? Luke Bothers is in the comment section. He's like, "What in the same hell?"
Hey, Duke, how are you gonna feel? How are you gonna feel when Big Kid goes a cold day of hell in Russia and basically puts you in the ground?
Oh, jeez.
I think Duke Balders is a part of the cult.
You think Duke Balders is a clown? Wow.
No, he says he thinks that he's part of the cult.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It could be a clown.
But anyways, though, that is the review for episode 2. We'll be back next week for 3. I think we'll go back on our normal time, though, right? Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're good.
But that is episode 2. We'll see you guys next week.
Sounds good.
Peace.
Peace.